Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to a
I
special
can't be.
casual report. Jam can't be bothered. Dave's gone to the toilet or Finn's crying. I don't know. I hope you're all well. We've been in a bit of a hiatus because a little game called Final Fantasy VII Rebirth came out. And I was like, fuck that.
And you moved house.
And I moved house. And I can't be asked, to be honest. It was a special show today. 2 reasons. 1, we're back. 3, 1, we're back. 2, Edgie's making his casual report debut, which fills me with great joy.
Hi.
Yes, Edgie. And 3,
I'm clapping.
this I've never figured that either. You probably can. I can't remember what I was going to say, but it's probably beautiful. But before we do get into the nitty gritty of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and the spare people of the algorithm of YouTube, which have dumped this in their feed and they're in the bath and they can't quite reach the fucking phone to skip us. I'm just going to open. Bainbridge is here. Jam's here. He's playing Rebirth as we speak. And of course, Edgie in the house. We'll go around the room. Bainbridge, how are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. You?
How's the vape?
Vape is good. We've got Blue Raz Gummy Bear.
Blue Raz Gummy Bear.
Yeah.
And what have you been doing, mate?
Well, I've been dealing with a gimp all day who sits behind me at work, but other than that, yeah.
No. Can't speak about ass on that, mate.
Talking about you fucking
Why?
mom. Anyway, wait a minute. What's the language scenario for tonight? Are we swearing or not?
PG-13-ish. Keep it clean.
Okay. I'll behave.
If you wouldn't mind, mate.
I'll try my hardest. Only for Jam, not for you.
Thank you, Bainbridge.
What the fuck is he doing?
Because no one can hear when the subscribe goes off. It does the champions. And you guys can't hear it because you're in Discord, and I can hear it because I'm at HQ,
You're a
basically.
gimp.
That is what you are, mate. Bainbridge, what have you been
mate.
playing anything or what?
I've been playing Final Fantasy VII, but
That's part of the show, Bainbridge.
Oh yeah, I know what you're doing, but no, Final Fantasy VII, just the OG. I did mod it though, so now it has voice acting.
Modded voice acting, sort of 3D-ish figures that don't look like blocks, right? Is that the one you played?
That's the one I'm playing.
How are you finding it, mate?
I'm actually enjoying it. The voice acting was a bit of a surprise, but yeah, I mean, Cloud's voice is a struggle to get behind. Everyone else is like top notch though.
Why is it? Is it because it's so drab, or
it's just the voice acting shine?
Fair enough. Are you doing anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Buying some figures, mate.
Yeah, who have we got today? Got Storm. Storm came today. She's chilling.
Black suit as well. Black costume, whatever you want to call it. Very nice.
But no, other than that, nothing
Cool.
new.
Cool. James, Jimothy. Can I call you Jimothy?
What do you want from me?
I want you to tell me if you're alright or not.
I'm fine.
And I want you to tell me what you've been doing with your life for the past. I think it's been about.
I've been playing Rebirth for 2 months. Is what I've been doing.
Now, just some clarification before we do go on. Bainbridge hasn't actually played the game. He's here for story anecdotes, if you will. He's watched the whole thing on YouTube.
13 hours of it on YouTube.
May as well have completed it. How is it, mate?
Are you asking me or Jam?
Why would I ask you if you haven't played it?
I don't know.
Oh, I actually thought you were asking Bainbridge.
See, look, you're just confusing people here, mate.
I'm speaking to Jam.
The game is. My verdict would be it's like an 8.5/9 out of 10. There you go.
Is that on the casual report scale?
Yeah, it's a great game. Again, it's a game that I shouldn't like. You know, I'm not into these types of games.
I'm getting to that. Don't worry.
Because it's Final Fantasy, I was like, I have to, and I've done remake, so I had to buy this one. And yeah, it's great.
I mean, you didn't have to do anything. Do you know what I mean?
Didn't have to, but I wanted to, and I did.
You glad you did or not?
And I'm not even just sailing through the story. Just to say I've done it. I'm on the very last side quest right now.
Crazy. So
I bet you in a week's time I'll still be on it.
yeah, this is what I'm saying. I'll speak in a minute, but I sort of took the foot off the gas a bit because it gets a bit much. But right, yeah, if I may, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, right? And I'm only half joking when I say this. It's pretty much a Xenoblade game. You could just swap it out, and it wouldn't even be that radical of a change. What is it about Rebirth that keeps you coming back? Is it because it's Final Fantasy VII or
it's
what?
I'm invested nostalgically.
Well, that might be the case. And what's because if I told you, oh, I played Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for 1,000,000 hours, you'd be like,
yeah,
fuck that. I'm gonna go jump on Street Fighter.
Yeah, for
Probably
1 million
for the
hours.
same amount of time, but the point is, as you know, you not in and out, but you prefer like a
pick up
put
and
it
play
down,
game.
come back later, pick up. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If I told you I played Xenoblade Chronicles for the amount of time you play Rebirth, you'd be like, what are you doing? This is nonsense and all that shit. But
I presume you played Chronicles more than I played Rebirth.
No, I don't think so. What should maybe 3, maybe 2, not 1.
My game time, I think, is like 120. Power on times like 140.
Brain 2 high, 1 isn't. I don't think. Overall, 1 is because I've played it more than once. One playthrough is less than what you've played, which is crazy because in the original, this part of Final Fantasy VII is about 10 minutes, and it's like 1,000,000 years. But anyway, overall, very good. Yeah. Buzzing. We've been doing anything else? Been watching that baby reindeer, mate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's
probably the greatest show in the history of existence.
Baby reindeer's messed up. It's well worth the watch. It's just very messed up. Yeah.
Yeah, go watch Baby Reindeer, everybody. And half time, everyone. 1-1. Edgie's on the show. Round of applause. The crowd goes wild.
Oh yeah.
Edgie, mate.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right. Thanks.
You're living the dream.
Living it.
Loving life, mate.
Putting words in my
You've
mouth.
obviously played Rebirth, like Mr. Final Fantasy over here. Played Rebirth, played 16, played all of them. How do you?
Edgie doesn't like Final Fantasy, does he?
I don't think so. I might have made that up. How did you find Rebirth, I should say?
So for me, right, so this is from my point of view. So obviously you got 2 kids, full-time job, everything. I only get a few hours at night to play it a couple of days a week. So to find out that the game was going to take me about 80 hours to actually complete the story, I was like...
You just exhale profusely.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I felt a lot of it was drawn out where it didn't need to be.
I agree.
But at the same time, I really enjoyed it, if you know what I'm saying. So I think if I had, like, say you go back 5-10 years ago, I'd have had that game completed in about a week and a half.
You had a game completed in a night, mate, don't lie.
Oh, yeah. But, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than that, like, I absolutely loved the game.
Yeah.
I just think they let it down a little bit with the ending.
We will get to that. Don't you worry. We're still in spoiler-free territory, so
that's
know what
fine.
I'm saying.
But yeah, like the whole game itself is like it's absolutely beautiful.
It's exquisite.
It is art.
It does drag its feet in places, similar to what Remake did, and obviously a lot worse than what Remake did because it's about 2.5 times longer than Remake. But
yeah, well, I think when you look at it, when they with Remake, it was like 40-50 hours in Midgar, wasn't it? So in like the original game, you only spent about an hour there.
It's like 10 minutes in the first, in the original. Do you know what I'm saying?
And the way they expanded everything and made everything like its own world was just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
If I was to push you to rate out of 10, what would you give it?
A solid 9. Solid 9.
Yeah, I think I'm inclined to agree round about there, isn't it? it's yeah. Have you been doing anything else, Edgie, or have you just been smashing remake off?
I've been trying to do all the side bits. Like I've just done the Gilgamesh side quest. So I finished all that. And then I don't know, just doing all the loose ends now. Going back to the battlegrounds and things at Gold Source and Chadley's.
Don't even fucking do it. Right. Essentially, Chandler's don't even fucking started on Chadley's brutal challenges, mate. I'll lose my mind.
Yeah, well, I haven't
Fucking
started
lose
hard
my
mode
mind.
yet.
Yeah,
I haven't started hard mode yet, so I haven't gone back.
I've not.
to the new
I
Chadley
technically
one.
have, because Chadley's brutal challenges is harder than hard mode, apparently. But
Fair.
they're just
Tell
fucking.
Edgie how long your fight was yesterday and how many attempts you did at it.
Mate,
what?
Yeah. So
The
over the
Chadley's
past
brutal ones.
over the past week or so, I've been once or twice, maybe 3 or 4 times a night trying to do this a one-on-one, and it's 10 rounds. But as you go through, obviously it's basically 2 mini bosses at once. Each round is, so it's like bang, 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 bang. Rounds 1 to 7 aren't horrific. There's a bit of heart in the mouth moments, but there's nothing too outrageous. It's number 5 of the group battles. I can't remember what it's called, but it doesn't matter. And number 8 you get a death claw and the fucking worm that eats 2 of your characters if you like.
Oh,
And I was just
dude,
like, for fuck's sake, that
worms.
got me. And then once you've done that, it's 2 gigantuars. I'm like, I'm going to smash you up in a minute, mate. I was faffing about with my equipment for ages, but I finally got it, and I did manage to do it yesterday, which fucking hell.
But when you get half an hour into the fight and die,
and you die, it's so disheartening, mate. But on the flip side, when you finally do it, it's proper satisfying. It's, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been doing.
you
For the past 2 months.
VII Rebirth.
Rebirth, mate. Been living the dream.
It's just Chadley. We could just Chadley. You know my thoughts on Chadley, Jack.
We don't have Chadley slander on this show. I'm sorry, Edgie. But we don't have.
Chadley's shite.
Oh, that's the thing. I've got a lot of it to deal out, mate.
I will ask when we get to the Spoilercast if that's cool. But yeah, I'm inclined to. It's a great game. It drags its feet in places. The platinum is miserable, mate. I wouldn't. It's miserable. Granted, it is a lot of stuff, and you do get your money's worth. Don't get me wrong, but it's rough, man. And I got Stellar Blade last week, so there you go. You know what I'm saying? Anime titties. But I'll talk about
Have you
that.
played it yet?
Yes, I have. It is what it is. Right, so this is the point of no return. We will. Anything is off limits with Final Fantasy VII. Rebirth, Remake, Original Game, Crisis Core, Advent Children, Dirge of Cerberus, Before Crisis, Ever Crisis, and so on. Or the fucking books, which I probably will talk about them if you're not going to. Do you know what I'm saying?
Advent Children being one of the greatest films ever made.
I'm going to smash you in the face if you carry on talking, mate.
I looked at some of the graphics of that the other day. I looked at it on YouTube, and I looked at it, and I was like, I remember this being far better looking.
It is 2008. Edgy. 2006.
Yeah.
Man, it's old, but yeah, I think about 2006.
For its time, and the choreography is great. Leave it at that.
On with version 5, by the way.
Yeah, to be fair, it's all cool, but who the fuck are them three? Right, no.
Mate, you love those 3 geese.
I'll smash you as well, mate.
That's a big gay, is that? I'm not going to lie.
What do you want to do? Do you want to just go through like chapter by chapter, or do you just want to nitpick anything you've got thoughts on? Because the spoiler.
As you please.
Now.
You're the host, mate. You decide.
Okay. So, when the game first starts, did you expect to just go straight into Zack or not?
No,
I didn't either. I thought they were going to.
I like how they did that and confused me immediately.
Yeah. They didn't confuse me, mate. I was all over it. The confusion came later. but we'll get to that. And how did you find the Zack parts? The game's about 5 million hours long, and Zack's controllable for about 10 minutes. Is that a bit? Because he's on the box.
I think it was. I think that part was done right because it was enough to go. Oh, what's going to go on? Then you stop playing as Zack, and then you go back to Zack, and you remember you forgot about Zack. He's like peppered in there, and then he had like
What's going on here? And he was, Boots. I was getting mixed up.
He had a part to play at the end of the game, and then you're like, at the end of the game, you're still like, right now Zack is into the fray for the third part. So I think it was good.
Yeah, are you on Twitch?
Can you just accept this man's promotional offer to
mind.
become famous and something like that?
Famous, mate. Everyone's dying to tell. Edgie, I know you're a big fan of Mr. Fair. How did you feel they handled Zachary?
Honestly, I've got to go the opposite of Jam.
Really?
I think that if they were going to bring him back and like give him his own little story, I think he needed more, because I get what they were doing, but his bits were so small. Like, I forgot what had happened in his part before I took over the next part of him, if you know what I'm saying.
But because my playthrough, I'm with you, Edgie. I think it was about 10, maybe 20 hours per bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, so what? And then like, oh, fuck, yes, I remember now. Because it sort of does a bit of a tease at the end of each bit. Like, Eris asleep. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where's she gone? Oh, she's in this fucking shack here, mate. All the party are dead. What? Oh, yeah, that was right. Because Red sort of did that thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think, if I'm honest, like that bit could have been its own little story in an hour of the game, if you know what I mean. So it could have been placed at any point of the game, like maybe a point where you'd lost control of Cloud for a little bit or something, and then you go and do Zack's story. And I liked, I liked how they handled him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I didn't like his pacing because it was just too gappy.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? It's like I love Zack, and
I love your
Zack,
opinion, Edgie.
Seven character, but I think at the same time I wanted to, because they were bringing him back, I wanted to see a bit more of him.
Yeah, I'm inclined with Jam as well. I do think he's going to be more of a
he will be
part of 3, but we'll get to that when we get to the end. You know what I'm saying?
Reach out.
Bainbridge, what are you saying about Zack?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as you know, I haven't played the game, but yeah, I mean, he's a favourite character of mine. I'm not gonna lie, I love his backstory. I need to play Reunion still. I need to do a lot of things, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, the reason why I think they didn't include much gameplay of Zack is obviously he had his own game, and he's probably going to play a more important role in the third and final part. So
I agree that he's going to be more prominent in the next one.
Yeah.
Cool. Carry on, sorry.
Yeah, man. No, that's all I have to really say. My segments are going to be short, mate. I haven't done much, you see.
To be fair, you're here for story tidbits, mate. You're here for the ride. Do you know what I'm saying?
I am.
So when we'll get to it as well, but game starts at calm, as we all thought it would, with the flashback, as we all thought it would. Did everyone play the flashback in the demo, or did we all play this first?
I didn't play the demo.
I didn't play the demo. Eddie, you did, didn't you? Or did you? Stephen Edge.
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
You did.
Sorry,
no, cool.
I thought you said Bainbridge.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
no, I
mate,
did.
no.
You're angry in there, Edgie.
Smashed that demo out, but the things I didn't go back and do it again in the story because I'd already done the demo, so I was just like, "There's no point, is there?" So
I couldn't. I want to do it again because the flashback was great, right? It was, except for hoovering up that fucking macro, that pissed me off. But the thing was great, and that bit was like, oh, and Sephiroth going a bit mad and scene, right?
Beautiful,
cool, and then we go. Tifa, I always thought it was weird in the original that Tifa didn't react to that. Do you know what I mean? She was a bit like, she went, okay, yeah. And she's like, actually, no, mate, that didn't happen that way. Do you know what I'm saying? You weren't there. I remember. Some
Finding
pretty
a
wacky.
time, mate. That's what she's doing. Finding a time.
But in
Yeah.
this one, she was a bit like Cloud wasn't there, lads. Right. Well, she told
Yeah.
Edge, didn't she? Which was cool. But I have a document here. By the way, it's on Bainbridge earlier. It's only 2 pages.
Oh
So
my!
let's keep
Full
our
of
Only.
points.
penises in our trousers, everybody.
What's a penis?
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. But Jam, do you remember much of the first game? The original game.
I no. Well, no, I haven't finished it probably in a billion years, but I did play probably up to I don't know Cosmo Canyon, maybe like 5-6 years ago ish on the Switch.
Yeah, I replayed it on the Switch after last year, I think. Bainbridge, when did you walk in the canteen that time when I was playing the original on my Switch? When was that, last year?
I don't believe no.
You were there. You were like, "Oh, have you got in your party? Where are you?" You know what I'm saying?
No.
Anyway, let's keep it moving. Edgie, I know you remember the original like it's fucking tattooed on the back of your hand. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel considering everything with the whispers and fucking the multiple dimensions or whatever? How do you feel Rebirth sticks to, or are you happy with what was portrayed in front of you, if you will?
That's a hard one to answer because I don't mind it so much because obviously they've remade the story, which is fine. So they've had to bring in these new elements and stuff. But I think the fact, honestly, at the moment, it feels a bit Kingdom Heartsy with all the different multiverses and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Though it's like they're bringing all these universes together. I like the idea, but because the game hasn't ended, I don't know if I like it yet.
Yeah. See, I think I think I said at the end of the remake, it's like you're at concession at a fucking the theatre. The curtains have come down. You're going out for a fucking beer and a fresh air. You're about to go back in for the final part.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a bit like it's like we're all waiting in the foyer, going, "Come back on yet or what?" But
4 years ish, probably.
4 years. So they said they want it out by 2027, but we'll see. We'll see.
Well, here's a quick question for you. Is there going to be DLC for this one like there was for remake, with Yuffie?
Yeah, I think they said no, but I always thought that when I played the Yuffie one, I always thought they were going to go with Vincent and do one with him, but
that's
Yeah,
what I
or
thought.
not, I don't know.
Vincent and Sid would be cool.
Yeah, whether like a buddy cop drama, you know what I'm saying? Whether they'll do that and take resources away from the actual the third part, I don't know. But it is what it is. Edgy, mate, it is what it is.
It is.
We'll just do the characters quick. How did you feel like the Turks and Rufus and fucking Don Corneo and Dio and everyone? Is there anyone that stood out to you that we thought, oh, this was fucking sick?
They were I think they were like cameos, weren't they?
Yeah. I'm saying, how did you feel they were done well, or did you think, fuck off, get out?
Yeah, they weren't.
People.
I think it was good that quite a few, like Don Corneo was. You see, like the fuck, the things fall off. Like the thugs and stuff. I think in the grasslands or whatever, the Pro Relic, like his old gang or something. I could be wrong. But then, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Cotchins. I can't remember.
Koch,
them two are cool.
And then it's a story where Don Corneo wants the gold saucer and to rename the gold saucer and stuff like that.
Oh fucking hell! What is it?
Corneo Coliseum or something, I don't know.
Something like that, mate. Yeah,
that I liked.
Cool. And how was the gold saucer?
Gold saucer's great.
Beautiful.
What's the bit?
Edgy?
Go on.
Quick one. I've got a question for Edgy. Who did you, when you first get to the gold saucer, you go on a date? Who did you get?
Eric.
Ask Sham who we got.
Who did you get?
No one.
No
one
one
likes him. That's why.
No one.
No one likes him.
I had that. Like, I had to knock at the door because Jack texted me. He knew where I was. He goes, "Tell me who." He said, "Like, tell me who you get in a date or whatever." I didn't understand what he meant.
I
but-
thought it was winding me up.
Yeah, and I actually got no one. I got a knock at the door. Went to the door and there was no one there.
He's an arsehole, mate. You know what I mean?
That's amazing.
I did get someone on the
realise that
second
was
date.
an option.
Who did you get a second date again?
On the second date, I got Barrett.
Barrett.
Yeah,
That's
got
where
some
that's where
bromance
the
with
plot
I mean,
Barrett.
to be
starts.
fair, Barrett is sick.
Is
Yeah.
in that game is Barrett for a second. Fast forward. Oh no, not rewind a little bit from Gold Saucer. The dying fight was
Oh, yeah.
That was
magnificent.
good. Yeah,
It was magnificent. I was waiting for that, and I was like, "You fucking legends! You've not let me down here at all."
Yeah, that
Um,
was amazing.
I'm indifferent of how Dying dies because I do like in the original. I do like it when it just jumps off a cliff and just leaves Barrett to it. But in this one, it sort of gives Barrett a fucking weight on his shoulder and said, "You can live with this for the rest of your life, mate. Deal with it."
Yeah.
And he obviously kills. Well, he doesn't kill himself, but he throws himself in front of the bus that Barrett can live, which is really
Yeah.
cool.
That was
Bainbridge.
Field. That.
Yeah, man. Bainbridge, mate.
Yes, mate.
Is there any sort of side bit or sort of off story bit which you thought was cool, which you saw?
I just love that bro fist moment that Dio and Rude had after the whole dying death. You know, Dio actually made himself useful, and yeah, it's just like, don't worry, I'll get you out of this. Oh yeah, here's a buggy as well because I'm a twat.
It just fucking comes and Buggy was fantastic. I was kind of hoping Bainbridge you were going to say Sisney, but it doesn't matter.
I want to pick up on that later.
You can, mate. Don't worry. So, so we're in. To be fair, I know the ending of the game suggests, and Remake as well suggests that there's fucking nonsense going on, but pound for pound, original Remake Rebirth, apart from the odd mental fucking Doctor Strange bollocks and Kingdom Hearts nonsense and the odd fleshed out bit, it's pretty hits the right notes, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we've not been. What's the fucking place called no one likes? With a stupid minigame. The bird on top of the.
Fort Condor.
Yes, thank you. Fort Condor. Not been there. Probably not going to go
you
there.
love that minigame.
No. I will tell. No. And we're not been Rocket Town yet. I imagine they wanted us to go each place once, and Rocket Down you go twice, don't you?
Yeah.
I think in the original. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Correct.
I think that's going to be seen. So are we going to go to space? 3
Probably not.
ish. On the edge of space, and it can fucking
We'll
fly
get to
down.
the stratosphere, mate, and then that'll be it.
Yeah.
Done.
Just do what's that Nolan film? Interstellar. And just it's been 50 years that we've been doing.
Harkers back won't be him.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, and Wu Tai as well. But Wu Tai's in this game. Put your fucking house on it. Okay, don't put.
I
your
was
house
in the
on it.
middle game.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't. Shut up, Jam. Moving on. Is any? Yeah, okay. I've got the missing locations here: Bone Village, Medeal, Ascalon, Northern Crater, and Rocket Town, and Wu Tai.
Well, we don't need Bone Village again, do we? Well,
Do
don't
we?
need Bone Village. No, because that's where you get the Lunar Heart from.
Yeah.
True.
City of Ancient. So
yeah,
you've already done.
kind of. I'm hoping they flesh it out a bit more, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, so we're going calm. Did everyone like Chadley's fucking Far Cry-ish nonsense intel? Thank you.
I think it. Yeah. Yes and no. I think it was just too
I
much.
had no idea.
You love it, mate. You're doing it now.
What did you
Okay.
think of it, Jack?
Mate, I'm a big fan of like. Damn, are you still on Rebirth?
Yeah.
You fucking legend, mate. I enjoy when open world games sort of ping stuff on the screen all the time. It makes me feel engrossed and like a fucking donkey following a carrot. Do you know what I'm saying? A bit like, oh yeah, let's fucking get on with this. Breath of the Wild did it very well. Pokemon Legends Arceus did it very well, and I think this game does it very well as well. But it does borrow a lot from a lot of Ubisoft games. Climb the tower and scan the thing. And like, yeah, okay, I get it. But and although some of the intel was a bit similar, like, do you know, the fucking world intel with the boom, 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 and the summon intel where you have to press the buttons in the circle. It was a bit similar and a bit, you know, I don't want to say boring, but it wasn't boring. But it was a bit like you got into a bit of a routine, and very rarely
helps you explore a bit.
Well,
yeah.
I'm sure we can all agree on one thing.
What can we
You
agree
will fuck off.
Yeah, that's no. Yeah, no.
If I have to chase another Moogle around a bloody mushroom,
lose my mind.
I'm
The Moogle one. That wasn't so bad for me.
Yeah, I'm saying all this now, but I'm really glad when I play this game again, I don't have to do all that shit. I can just go from chapter 1 and just plow through it at level 70 and just chill. Do you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
100%.
Although I appreciate it being there and it is value and blah, 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 blah. And Chadley rules, deal with Edgie, mate. You know, Chadley's probably got the most lines in this game, hasn't he? If you think about it. What a shit he talks.
I hate when he calls up all the time.
Like, oh, Clev.
Oh, you finished something. Chadley phones up. Just go away.
I know. Oh, it's over here. Okay.
On a side note with Chadley, as much as I hate him, do you remember that little cutscene with Hojo when he sees Chadley?
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, you've
and
got
he's
out
like,
of you." Yeah, he remembers him, doesn't he?
Yeah. What's the purpose of that? Because nothing happened after it.
Yeah, I think
I thought Chadley was a bot.
He is a bot. I think it was just to do the proto relic bit, isn't it? Because he was just like, "Oh, I remember you," and then he was like, "Oh, okay. Oh, shackle free from your control. Oh, yeah." But he did that in remake, didn't he? So I was like, "What are you doing?"
It said at the beginning of the remake, pretty much when you first meet him.
He said, "I'm a robot. I'm this." But it's cool though. Cool's the wrong word, but me and Chadley are bros, mate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Did you like? I'm just going through the story beats quick. Did you like the ship with the mini games? Let's talk mini games. Edgie, did you like the mini games? Because I know Jam's thoughts on these.
I quite like Queen's Blood.
Queen's Blood's great.
Everyone says that. I like Queen's Blood. The rest is shite.
I quite like the bike game at.
But it's nostalgic, isn't it? Very reminiscent of the end of the
end of remake. I didn't like the 3D brawler. I thought that was shit.
Oh no.
I didn't like the Fort Condor. One bit.
Fort Condor, mate.
As soon as I finished that and it said retry in hard mode, I was like, nope.
Yeah. When I read the trophy list, I thought, I don't have to do Fort Condor in hard mode. Yes, let's go. And then it was like, Johnny's like, oh, do Fort Condor in hard mode. I'm like, fuck you, Johnny, mate. I'll smash you up.
Just do one, Johnny. No one cares.
No, knobhead.
What other mini games were there? Just trying to think now. There was a Flan one, wasn't there, for the Proto Relic?
Oh, Here's the Gambits.
Yeah, do you know what? I didn't mind that one as much because.
What's up, Edgie? No,
that one wasn't horrible. I agree.
Horrible.
It was all right.
Could be asked.
I mean, it wasn't enjoyable, but it wasn't like painstakingly awful.
Yeah, I mean, I got stuck on one bit, but that's because I didn't realise that you could add more gambits. I just thought you were stuck with 2. So I got stuck on one bit because I texted you, Jack, and I was like, we were talking about it, weren't we?
Yeah.
And at that point, I was debating whether or not I was going to finish Cosmo Canyon, but I thought I'd give it another go. And then I realised that you could add more gambits, and I was like, oh, well, that just made it easy.
The of everyone. Yeah.
So I didn't mind that one. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know what I've missed, to be fair.
Piano?
Shite.
No, shite from Edgie. Did you like the piano? Sorry.
Do you which one? Sorry.
The piano.
Oh mate, I didn't even bother.
Didn't bother.
I did.
Fair enough.
I did the original bit, and I was just like, nah.
Yeah. the song I had the most trouble with was the one in Cosmo Canyon, and I can't remember what it's called. Dun, 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 dun. No, it's Pirates Theme.
Is it the one you sent me?
Yeah. But do you know the rewards you get for getting all 8 of Johnny's things?
What?
One Winged Angel on piano.
So more things to do
More things
on
to
the piano.
Yeah. But I didn't mind the piano one because I was alright at it, so I didn't mind it. Except for that one, really struggle on that one. But that was the moment of piano. I don't think I can do this. But I stepped up, mate. Do you know how I did it? I turned the speed up.
Actually, that makes sense.
I don't know why. I feel when it was normal speed, the time was a bit funny, so I was like,
I honestly don't know how people can concentrate on that little bit of the screen and use both their thumbs to do joysticks. I can't figure that out in my head.
I can't do it either.
But yeah, yeah. So overall, I thought whenever there was a mini game, I sort of rolled my eyes. I've done most of them. I've just got to do Fort Condor on hard, Gears and Gambits on hard, and that fucking stupid Coral one on hard, with the Yuffie and Aerith one. And the catch was.
Oh yeah, where you got yeah. Yeah, that was just filler for that quest, wasn't it? And I never went back after I did it.
Yeah, I was the parade to be like that.
No.
June on itself.
I was annoyed at myself in that parade.
What?
I didn't get the trophy for something that was quite easy. It's because I got disturbed by someone at my door. I missed like 2. Didn't get the
what a noob.
Trophy or whatever.
Do it again. But
yeah, I will.
June on, did you think it was alright?
I didn't mind June on. I like Under June on. That was cool.
It felt Midgar vibes a bit, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, probably.
Edgie, about you, mate?
I didn't really like the parade bit. I
like
don't know why. I just couldn't follow it, mate. Like,
did you get all of the people, the whole battalion marching?
No, I think I only got half of them.
Edgie, there's not time for that, mate. There's 2 children.
Sorry,
do you know what I'm
saying? I will pick up on what Jam said. Lowy June on is great, and there is a mini game down there that's good, and that's the dolphin one.
Yeah, yes, I agree.
I was going to say that was quite cool. The frog one's alright, but it's a bit simple for what it is.
Yeah,
there's potential there for something cool, but
no, the frog, everything frog in this game's terrible.
Mate, just use a ribbon. Don't be that guy.
I don't have any.
Don't have a ribbon. What a noob.
I've got something that stops it, but it's not called ribbon.
Who's this noob? But June on Costa del Sol.
Costa del Sol is my favourite.
Favourite in the whole game. I think mine's Cosmo Canyon. Yeah. Costa del Sol. That's cool. Hey, Costa del Sol.
Amazing.
Yeah. Is that because you can see Cloud in shorts, mate?
Oh, get his top off. And he did a Zach. He used the brolly on the beach.
Yes, he did. Yeah, that was. I noticed that. Go on. Jam's like, what are you talking about? Not play Crisis Core 1 and 2.
It's not my
favourite. Like 4 hours of Crisis Core. Thank you very much.
Did you get to that bit or not?
No.
Okay, cool. Sorry, Edgie, mate. Go on.
No, I was going to say it's not my favourite place in the game. I'll tell you that.
I assume Coral Prison. No, yeah, we've done Coral Saucer. Coral Prison or Corel.
No.
I mean, it was cool. And I love Barrett's story in this game. And that sort of opened up a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Coral Prison
surprised me in this game because as the OG game, I didn't really like him that much. I liked his little bit with Dai.
He's a bit in the OG. It's a bit like stereotypical, swearing black man. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sorry. Do you know what I mean?
He's the tank, wasn't it?
He's the tank, and he's like, swearing every word, and he's like screaming. It looks like he's screaming because he's not doing this a lot, but in this and remake, they've toned him down a bit, and the voice actor does a great job.
He's
so good.
Barrett's one of my favourites in the game, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So we go from Corral, Gold Source, we've done that. Cosmo Canyon.
Gongaga after.
Is it?
Cosmo.
Isn't it? Beg your pardon. Gongaga.
After. Yeah.
Gongaga, this is my favourite region of the game.
Oh, right. Is that?
I do like Gongaga
because it is his favourite region.
I love it because 2 reasons. One, you meet Sisney there.
Yeah.
And 2, the music. I love the music for Gongaga. It's like
Good, mate. It's good.
It's not the best music in the game, but I could listen to it all day.
Yeah, definitely. Most of the music in this is brilliant, to be fair.
Mm.
But there's the other track that sort of catches you and you think, oh, this is fucking sick. Yeah, I love Gongaga. Like I said, Sisney, they fleshed her out a bit in this. She's in this now. Or whatever. I really thought that she was going to go Zach's here, innit? But then eventually Cloud did. But Cloud was like fucking buzzing, mate. But we'll go through the locations quick first. There's the Cosmo Canyon. What the guide in front of me is, I don't know why I'm fucking asking. Sorry.
I think I spent the most time in Cosmo Canyon.
I didn't like navigating in Gongaga. I thought that it was a bit awkward.
The terrain,
to get around.
up and down.
Not awkward. It was just a bit difficult to see where to go. Cosmo Canyon.
What about him?
What are you saying?
I like Cosmo Canyon. That's when Red became Nanaki. And he went back to him being
Red's voice in this because
I liked him before.
Yeah, because he was. Actually,
it's a big shift.
About the change?
You don't feel that in the original one, I don't think.
No, I don't think
you get the name change, but
controversial, but I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I loved him as the sort of deep wisdemic. That's probably not a word, but you know what I'm talking about.
Wisdemic.
Yeah, but, I mean, because that's what he's like 40 odd, isn't he? But
48, mate.
Yeah, in fucking Red 13 years, it's like 12 or whatever.
Like 7, yeah.
He's got his teenage voice, which I get why they've done it, and I understand it, but I loved his voice prior to the whiny teenage voice. But I do understand them. By the end of the game, it did grow on me. And I thought, I'll go back to it in a minute, actually. Cosmo Canyon, Nibelheim.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird. I like Nibelheim, but before Rebirth came out, I didn't finish it in time. But Crisis Core was playing that, and I was walking through like Nibelheim with Sephiroth and Zack. And then there was Nibelheim here, which had been rebuilt and stuff. It was weird. I liked it though.
Yeah. In the original,
with Shinra Manor being like a spooky place was pretty cool.
Remind me, Edgie or Bainbridge, remind me, in the original, was Nibelheim, when you go back to it, the cloud was like, oh, this fucking burnt down. Like,
yeah.
Was it just like, yeah, fuck off, and then they just carried on? Or was it like rebuilt for Mako Poison soldiers? Or was that just something that's in this?
It was a cover up, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was just in that.
Mako, in it.
They did question some of the like townsfolk and everything, and then they were just like denying the entire thing. But yeah, they didn't really play much else on it.
That the original, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go through the plot points. If I miss any, which I probably will, because it's getting fucking massive, or any little intricacies I don't go over, let me know. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to start with the gi. Now, they got fleshed out in this because in the original it's like you get to Bugenhagen and he's like, oh, it's fucking mental people downstairs or whatever. Do you know what I mean? let me just go, let's go and see your dad, Nanaki, let's go. But in this you get like fucking Gin Attack, who's like, I got stuck in him loads when I was younger, like all the time. How do you feel about their role in this? As you would say, we built the black materia, we need it back, we can't die, blah, 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 blah.
I like the fact they gave them a story other than attacking Cosmo Canyon.
Yeah, other than this place is shit, mate, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I quite liked how they expanded it, and you actually lived Nanaki's trial rather than it was just a case of walking through to fight Gin Attack at the end.
I agree.
Then I love the extra bit at the end where you actually go to their homeland, because you don't do that in the OG.
No, you didn't.
And I think it gave them a lot of substance, which was really really cool.
You almost
Uh,
felt sorry for them.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Then it just remains what they're going to do with the black materia towards them.
Yeah, he's like, "Can you go get us the black material?" He's like, "Yeah, whatever." And then Barrett's like, "There's no way we're giving it them, is it?"
Yeah.
It's fucking funny, that is. I was laughing, and of course, the bit that fucking got me was when Era put her hand in the fucking live stream, and she could feel Zach sort of on her when she's on the bed in the other timeline.
Yeah.
I was like,
Mhm.
that was when I started fucking. To be fair, no, but it is what it is. Yes. Moving on. I'll get to the black material when we talk about the ending. Hojo, do you think he's aware of the multiple timeline nonsense or not?
I reckon he is.
Bainbridge reckons he is. Do we have another for is?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Bainbridge on that.
Yeah.
Why would you think he does though?
Watch him. He's
It's
like,
Hojo, isn't it?
yeah, he's just a dickhead. And he's like,
He does. I suppose he does seem
he
like
gets asked something
you know
on the
more than
helicopter.
like he lets on to the
Yeah.
other Shinran people.
Yeah, the Rufus says to him something about the Temple of Ancients, and Hojo says, I'm paraphrasing, I can't remember the
It's
actual
just the
word.
stage or something like
Yeah,
that.
it says we need to be aiming bigger or something. This is like, I think it's
just
just about a stage as well. I can't remember the exact
it's
quote,
just
but
a
I think you know
stage,
the one I mean. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, you little bastard, you know something here. And there's going to be some weird timeline shit of you in the third game, and that fucking fight's going to be sick, and I can't wait. Let's go, baby. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he's just a fucking knob in this. I love the voice actor in this. He's perfect, man. Like, quite a lot of this game is perfectly cast, but Hojo's perfect. I just want to smash him in the face. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
100%. Let's go, baby. We'll go to Ruth first. No, we won't. We'll go Tifa, because in Gongaga, because when I was playing it, I had Bainbridge sat behind me to watch it. By the time I went to work the next Monday after it come out, Bainbridge had watched it all, right? Is that right?
That was correct.
Yeah, and it was one of the first things he said to me was, Gongaga's where it gets juicy or something like that. And I was like, okay, my mind was going off. But as you can
Yeah,
imagine,
I think this was the first time you text me saying, like, hurry up.
Yeah,
Something's happening.
Yeah, I've not got my whiteboard. Otherwise, I'd be.
Is he dead? No, it's not.
Who, me?
Yeah. It stopped for a minute.
Sure it is, but it doesn't matter. But do you know what I mean? I'm usually fucking being a knobhead. But that was a bit, and I was like, oh, okay. When obviously on the way to Gongaga, I think it might be before that, on the way to Corel, in it, when they walk past the reactor and they're like, fucking whale weapon sort of fucking jumps out and.
Yeah,
that part was a bit. Ooh,
Yeah,
like, that
okay.
was very juicy.
In the original game, they don't talk about weapons until much later. I don't think they're mentioned until
a lot later on, isn't it?
Yeah,
End of disc 2, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, don't mention until much later on, and Diamond Weapon turns up, and he's like, "Oh, Diamond Weapon, mate, is fucking can't wait. I actually can't wait."
To get crushed by one footstep.
Yeah, it's gonna be shit. It's just gonna be Kaiju fucking Fantasy 7. Do you know what I'm saying?
Fantasy 7.
But I haven't asked you about this yet, actually, I don't think. How did you feel about Tifa exploring the memories in the live stream? She got eaten, didn't she? And that bit was that's a predominant. Beg your pardon. I'll learn to speak one day. Part later, again, much later on in the game, when she basically jumps in Cloud's head and says, "What the fuck are you doing? Sort your memories out." Do you know what I mean? How would you feel about this bit being here? And do you reckon it'll have an effect on the eventual part when we get to it in the next game?
Maybe. I think if you look at like where the game stops and what is actually left to come based on the original, you'd wonder what that holds for what was left in the original game. Now they've done something like that, because obviously that is confirming to Tifa like her memories, isn't it?
Yes.
So it is a bit weird they put that there. Yeah. I don't. It's hard to explain. I don't know how I feel about it sort of going forward. What it does for like Cloud's story.
Yeah.
In,
Do
like,
you think
but
we'll have Tifa and Cloud, or do you think it'll just be Cloud just going, "Ooh"?
I hope we still have Cloud and Tifa.
Yeah, that's a huge part of the first game.
Yeah, it's
We need
massive.
to see
part of
the
the story.
Highwind scene. That's all I'm saying. Well,
Yeah,
not see
and
it, but you
to
know
be
what
fair-
I mean. You know what I mean.
Bainbridge, I know what you mean. Right.
Yeah.
Chloe knows what I mean.
I'm sure Chloe knows what you mean. Jam probably doesn't. Jam's like, what's
I know
Highwind?
everything.
No. Yeah, and to be fair, it's a bit of Tifa at the ending, but I'll get to that when we get to it. Let's talk about Aerith. Let's not. I'm joking. But later on, we'll get to Aerith. Do you know what I'm saying?
Schrodinger's Aerith.
Yeah, so Vincent, perfectly cast again by Matt Mercer, who's fucking mint. Who is he, Jam?
Matt Mercer.
Mr.
I sent it to you the other day, didn't
Kennedy.
Leon Kennedy, that's it, yeah.
And he's fucking what's his name? Hit in Dragon Ball Super. I haven't got there yet.
There's many people.
He is many people. He's fucking mint and he's amazing. Edgie,
Yeah.
sorry.
I was thinking when you were talking about DLC for this game, I'm thinking how they're going to fit Vincent's story into all this, because he was originally an optional character. Could the DLC for this game just be Vincent's backstory? Or are they
Probably.
actually going to fit Lucrezia into all of
Could
this
be.
and everything?
Or they'll re-release the Dirge of Cerberus or something.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I remember.
Gameplay will be Dirge
Don't
of
say that.
Cerberus style.
Don't say that. So the thing is, no, there isn't. I was going to say there's a good action game in Dirge of Cerberus, but I don't think there is.
It's not a very good game, isn't it?
It's alright. It's alright.
Just
Edgy,
get
mate.
the toy gun, mate. That's the OP weapon.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. Edgy, two things I know about you in Final Fantasy 7. One, you love Zack Fair. Two, you love Vincent Valentine.
Yeah.
How do you feel
Vincent's sick,
about
to be fair.
Vincent in this game? Was the introduction good?
Vincent was so cool.
Immaculate. And the boss fight, let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah. That boss fight, mate. I can't. Do you know the way that it started when they first met him? I thought, oh my God, we're going to fight him here.
Yeah.
It was like aggressive.
Disturb my slumber.
I was like, that's deviating from the story. You don't fight Vincent ever.
Mm.
And then, like, once they came back out of that room,
He's fearing money.
yeah,
I told you not to go. Cloud asks about with.
Oh,
a bit
mate,
of a
I know.
flashback, doesn't he?
When-
He asks about with something he shouldn't be asking about with.
exactly. And when he turned into the Galleon Beast, it was like,
Yeah,
wow.
like, it's going down.
Yeah, he was like you say. I think voice perfect and like character himself. Bit disappointed we didn't see more of him, but other than that, I think he was spot on.
Yeah, I agree.
It was like Red at the beginning of the remake. Red came in quite like you got him for a bit
Very late.
and then the game ended.
Sort of an assist one he read in the first one. I thought they'd at least do
Yeah.
that with Sid and Vincent, but obviously
You don't even get to play as
you don't
Vincent.
really
do
need
you?
an extra character because you've got 7.
Hey, at this point, we don't even know if Sid can actually fight yet. He's just
Sid
fucking
can
pilot.
fight.
No,
Sid can
Sid I'm
fight.
on about.
So I'm saying Sid can
That's
fight.
what he said.
Yeah, I know he can, but they don't know that yet. He's
Oh,
a
to be
fucking
fair,
pilot.
While we're on Sid, Bainbridge, what do you reckon?
I reckon he's a fucking legend.
Who's
But-
a legend?
I think they're going to tone this character down for more modern audiences. I don't
Is it
think that
in
we're
the
going to
first-
see him.
Yeah,
Go on.
I don't think we're going to see him abusing Shara.
No.
And shit like that. He
What's
might
he say
swear
about
at
the
her
tea or
occasionally.
something? Yeah.
He might
'Cause-
swear at her occasionally, but I don't think he's going to be like physically abusing her or anything like that, because obviously modern audiences are so woke and everything like that. But you know,
Put the
it's not
rainbows
the
away,
90s
lads.
anymore.
Don't put the rainbows away. I'm only joking. Do you know
It's
what
not
I'll tell
the
you
90s
what.
anymore. They can't get away with shit like that.
sorry to put it, but I like if they don't give him his iconic line, I'll be annoyed
What?
because they can't
Sit
tell
down
that.
And drink your goddamn tea.
That's it.
Goddamn. Exactly. If they
Because
don't, I'll be annoyed.
even in this, he does feel a bit more toned down than what he was in the original game, which I'm not upset. Am I upset about it? I don't think. I'm indifferent about it.
But we've only seen him technically
Yeah, I
like
was
a
gonna say, I'll
puny
tell you
part.
how I feel when we're playing 3. Do you know what I'm
We've
saying?
seen him he's had like 5 minutes of fame in it, then all he's done is follow you around and lead on places after you get out the Bronco.
Bronco going, mate. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm a bit indifferent about it.
Well, Jack, they've definitely toned down some bits, haven't they? But then, like with the swearing, they haven't. So
yeah,
it's like
really
I don't get. You know exactly what bit I'm talking about that they've toned down from the original game. But
I'm a bit fuzzy. Just remind me.
The pivotal bit at the very end.
Oh, the bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Cool, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like you got all the swearing. So I think they're trying to balance, aren't they?
I know going about Barrett swearing has only been a bit of a stereotypical character, but he doesn't do it as often in this, and it is more effective. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Should we just go there? Can we just go there?
I mean, we're just going to be back and forth, are we? Let's face it.
We'll just go there. The ending. Edgie, I'll ask you first because
is she dead? That's the real question.
But short answer, I think, is yes. But
well, yeah, she probably is. But alternative timelines and realities, mate. You know, you don't know what you're dealing with. Like I said, it's Schrodinger's Erif. There we go.
The ultimate Erif or Super Saiyan Erif, or whatever you want to fucking call it. There was one that's fucking like holy Erif, which is just in the background and sorry. Do you know what I'm saying? But Edgy.
Yeah.
I get a feeling, just by this conversation we're having right now, you're not best pleased with this ending. Is that right?
A couple of reasons why I'm not best pleased with the ending.
I'm here for it, mate. Go for it.
So, yeah, I'm leaning forward. This is serious time. So, the bit with Sephiroth and Aerith and Cloud, I love the approach to it. You physically have to stop Cloud from killing her.
Which is kind of in the original one, because he was, if you think back to the platform and originally sort of doing this, and he's like this, if you remember.
Yeah. So I like that that's still there. I like the little twist where he snaps out of it, sees Sephiroth in time.
Yeah, that bit.
Yeah. Cloud. But then
tries to block it, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, but then the alternate timeline where he doesn't do it, and Aerith dies. So you know the bit where I said they toned it down. They don't show Sephiroth killing Aerith, which the OG obviously they do. That you see the sword come through her chest,
straight through, fall on the floor. You know, the good night.
Yeah, so that leaves a lot of questions, and then the actual place where they've left the game, where they ended it.
Yeah, we didn't get the bit where he just lets her go in the.
Yeah, to me it was the wrong place to leave it. To me personally, I think they should have ended it with Cloud giving the black materia to Sephiroth.
When this game, when it was like there's going to be 3 parts, people were saying it's going to be end here. And I was like, I'm with you, but I feel like the Empire Strikes Back ending, where everything's off the table, all the parties in shit. Cloud's lost his head. Tifa's crying in the corner.
It's like left a bigger itch to scratch.
Yeah, it's that bit. That is the bit where all hope seems lost at that point in the game, and that's the perfect. I think that I agree with you, Edgie. I thought they were going to end it there, but when they said Forgotten Capital, I was a bit like, okay, we know where they're going to end it, but
yeah, I mean, there's a few places before that they could have ended it. There's definitely places after that they could have ended it and still had another 30, 50-hour game, whatever they wanted.
That's the problem. If you're going to go do that, given how big the game is now, there's probably, from there, there's probably another 20, 30 hours on it, like you say, so maybe not. Maybe it was a Respawn's thing, I don't know. But yeah, and so the death scene, if you will, the emotion was removed from me because it was so confusing. It was like quick shots, and it was. Do you know what I mean? It was like Cloud.
I think they brought that emotion back with the cinematic. They're outside the High Wind. Sorry, not the High Wind.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. But I'm saying the bit that got me. I thought it was going to be the bit where Cloud's crying, and Sephiroth says one of my favourite lines in the game. He's like,
You're
"Tears are
just a
nothing, just
puppet.
like you," or something like that. I was like, "Fucking heartless
Oh,
twat, mate, I love it."
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Give me that fucking, give me control of Cloud now. I'll knock you out, mate."
I did actually read an article the other day. I think
We've read an article.
I think it was yesterday actually. But do you know in the scene where the muted Cloud, where he's saying something, in those in that scene, I think I can't remember if Sephiroth was speaking or something like that, but Cloud actually said the lines like in the original where he said like my mouth is burning and everything like that. So they wanted to keep that in there, but obviously not portray it to like pay homage to the original, which I thought was pretty cool. And then I can't remember.
Mate.
Yeah, and then I can't remember if Sephiroth says it or not, but the language just says "you're just a puppet." That always hits.
It's
That
something
hits.
like that. It does say something like that, I think, yeah. I was saying with the emotion removed from the scene, the bit that got me, I was like, is I'm gonna go into timeline stuff now. So, like you say, throughout the game, you go to Zack and what's Bainbridge doing? He's moving around the
The
screen.
camera's gone. Don't worry.
Oh
I'll
my
come back.
god!
I'll come back. Don't worry.
Yeah, so you move, obviously bouncing between Zack for 20 minutes here and there, and eventually you find out that there's likely, I think, 7 realities. I
It wouldn't surprise me. There's 7 everything in Final Fantasy
7. So when I was like, oh, because you could tell with the stamps and when Cloud wakes up at the end, the last Zack scene, and Sephiroth lobs them in the live stream, and they wake up as them. They walk around on the day and like, oh, let's get one of these. And you can see a lot of stamps that are different, and the choices sort of spin off from each other. So you can see, like, when Zack's like, "What should I do? Should I go to Aerith or to Wedge?"
Oh yeah.
It's sort of like you said, Bainbridge,
Aerith
the
or Biggs
whispers of like,
Yeah.
that's the split of the timeline. There's a lot of that, and Sephiroth does say, doesn't he? He's like, "Oh, most worlds are fucked," or something like that. But the bit that got me was when they're in the church and she's like, "It's been fun. It's been fun. You know,
I've got to leave
blah,
you.
blah, 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 I've got to leave him." Blah, blah, blah. And she hands him the white materia and she fucking launches him back to where we are in Rebirth. And the camera pans to Aerith and the door flings open at Sephiroth. I'm like, "You little fucker, mate." That got me.
That was really cool. That was
more than that bit. I'm just like, fuck it. So he's, from my understanding and from what I understand, what I took from that, I should say, is jumping through each reality and just fucking murdering it, mate. That's what I got from it. I don't know if you agree or what.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
mean, the scene that got me, I'm sorry, but just you've defeated the final boss. Yeah, all morning.
Is our Sephiroth, by the way, from the original.
I know. Believe it or not.
I can't remember what it's called. This. Yeah,
but everyone's mourning Aerith's death, and they're all just sitting around like the water and everything.
So red. Is that Aerith?
No. Before that, and it literally pans over to Cloud, and he looks over. He can see Aerith because he can see fucking dead people now. But where Tifa is the last person.
That's is she? That's yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
it's not. Is that a dead? Is that Aerith dead?
Yeah, well, who knows? Nobody knows.
Well, yeah, but no.
But when Tifa is the last person to get up and she looks devastated, that hits. Like in the original, they had a kind of friendship going on. They didn't really play on it much, but like
they were bros in this
game,
weren't they?
They've got a bromance going on, them two, in this game, definitely.
Yeah. Even though that they're both fighting over Cloud at the same time and stuff like that, but they had something special in this game, and Tifa's just distraught. Like,
It's a short, and I think she's a bit concerned that Cloud doesn't seem arsed.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because does Cloud accept it? And that's what's...
Well, I don't think Cloud does accept it because he just seems to be going about it perfectly fine. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, don't worry, I'll stop Sephiroth. It's no problem.
And
Yeah.
Edgy.
Yeah, man.
Let me break it to you straight now. Do you know the last scene with Cloud and Aerith at the end when she's dead?
Yeah.
Did you notice it was pretty much word for word? Do you know in Remake, when they get to the park and it says, "Are you going to be right getting back?" And she says, "And if I said I wasn't," and she says, "I'll walk you back," and all that shit. Pretty much word for word that scene, which was really weird. I think that was done on purpose. It must have been done on purpose. What am I talking about?
Definitely on purpose. But I've got a theory about. Sorry, Jack. I've got a theory
We're
about
about
why
theories, mate. Shout out loud.
Aerith still. So you know, at the end where they're at the Tiny Bronco, Cloud says to Barrett and the others, "Just don't look up."
Yep.
Right. So Cloud looks up.
Illusion of what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's the split
Yeah.
in, and the others look
Can
up
I
in
just
the
segue? Sorry, Eddie, I'm so sorry. Can I just... You might be saying this. Actually,
Go
you
on.
might say it. I'll come back.
Carry
I
on.
would say, like, because Cloud can obviously still see Aerith. So, is that a sign that Cloud can see across the dimensions?
As well. And did you
That's
notice
what we were
that
saying.
in-
That's what I text you, Jack. I said, is that the Aerith that we saw did die, and this Aerith,
I think
is
that's
like-
Super Saiyan Aerith who's like
she's the world walker. She
She's-
can walk
yeah,
between
she's like-
dimensions.
she's like
Sephiroth.
strong as fuck, and Sephiroth's like, what the fuck, man?
So the Aerith we may have seen
I don't
has
think
actually been killed,
Yeah.
but this is a different Aerith. But she knows exactly what's going on with this Cloud, so Cloud can relate to her like immediately.
I genuinely do think that Super Saiyan Aerith, and that's how they're going to chew on Aerith into part 3. She'll just be like a guiding spirit, if you will, and the bridge has just suddenly fucking fixed itself. Oh, let's cross it. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And stuff like that.
Well, like you said, that she's possibly the Aerith that already has beaten Sephiroth.
Yeah. Or
Mm.
yeah, in the original Aerith,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
will. And did you notice as well, Edgy, Mr. Final Fantasy, the crack in the sky, wherever the fuck it is, there's two things. One, no one else can see it apart from Cloud, which is weird.
Yeah.
Maybe because he's cross dimensions, like you say, I don't know. Two, it's pretty much pattern, shape for shape, in Cloud's mental bit. Do you know when Tifa jumps in his head? If you look at the sky on that bit, it's very similar. Maybe that means something. I don't know.
I'll be honest, I did not notice that.
No.
I think
you
you're
have a
looking
look
into
when you
things
can.
too much, mate.
Yeah, this is what I do, mate. This is what I do. And can we talk Rufus for a second? Or I'm just going to talk. I'm bringing him up for a second. Did you like Rufus in this? Because I thought it was quite cool.
I think I think we had enough of him. I found him a bit of a boring character, but he was a necessity.
Fight was a bit of a cop out because it's pretty much the same fight as Remake.
Yeah, it was a bit there.
But I mean, what can you do with a guy with a gun and a dog? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was definitely the remake.
Mm-hmm. And Glenn as well. Glenn from Ever Crisis, who was one of the main guys, was that, and we found out at the end that wasn't actually Glenn. Shock horror. That was a ghost from Rufus's past who Sephiroth or Genova's playing with him. Who do you think it was? Probably Sephiroth, right?
Mm.
I don't fucking
Yeah, he
know.
turned into a Sephiroth clone, didn't he, at the end?
Yeah. So do you think it's Sephiroth pissing him out of him, or do you think Genova's pissing him out of him, or do you think he's just going mental?
Well, I don't know much about that Glenn, to be honest. I didn't play Ever Crisis, so I don't know anything about his story.
And now, mate, I know a little bit. I know enough to say it basically tells you everything you need to know in the Rebirth. Anyway, Rufus betrays him.
I'm not sure where that's going.
Mm-hmm. Which brings me to my next point. I'm about to spoil the popular phone game Before Crisis here, everybody.
Oh no!
If you want to play that, mute us right now.
Does anyone want to play that?
Who do you think Viceroy Sarif is?
Saruf.
So
We don't see him in the game, do
we
we?
don't see it. We nearly. He's due on because Glenn's there like, oh, I'm fucking doing a live broadcast, and
Is he like a proxy? Is he like a person we already know? He's just a different name.
And if I may, and
Is it
this
Genesis?
You watch it be like Hojo or something.
no Saruf. Huh. Do you know what I mean?
So Rufus, I mean, it sounds very similar to Sephiroth.
I think it's Rufus because
I think
start
Rufus
of
is his own viceroy.
He does start of lunch to try and overthrow his father. Which,
yeah.
In Before Crisis, I think
There is an anagram of Rufus as well.
Anagram-ish of Rufus in it, yeah. I think there's an A in there and an extra F or something, or an extra S. I don't know, but
No, Saruf is S-A. Yeah, fair enough.
You know what I'm saying?
S-A,
and that's why in Remake, when like Barrett and Tifa get sort of shoved away from the rest of Avalanche, because in Remake, the other cells of Avalanche sort of like, oh, and they're like, we're going to blow up some reactors. You come in and like, no, you fucking weirdos. And the reason why is probably because Rufus don't want to blow up his own merchandise, if you will, if that's the case. I'm probably talking about my ass.
Probably, mate.
Probably. Anyone jumping on that or disagree or what?
I can't remember.
I can tell you I've not thought that much into it. I'm not you.
I think I'm just going to wait until the third part comes out, and then there's Viceroy Saruf, and then be like,
It's going to be. I'm telling you, Rufus. Clip. Write this down. I'm not telling you anything, but it is what it is. Let's talk. Oh, can we go back to Sephiroth?
Yes.
How do you feel Sephiroth was in this game?
Actually, sorry, you go, Edgie.
No, sorry, Jam. I just want to say one word.
Oh, yeah. I think again because we were only like very minutely drip-fed Sephiroth in the first game, and this
way more than he was in the original. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The original now.
No. Remake. Sorry.
Remake. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it wasn't obviously he was the big bad guy, but we got drip fed him, and then in the end we're moving on to Rebirth, and then we got drip. I think he has the perfect amount of screen time.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think again the voice work by
Dave,
whatever. Yeah, he's fantastic. And as a villain, he's fucking mint. But where does he stand with like villains as a whole? Do you rate him very highly, or is any other villains you really, really like that come close or beat him, or what?
In the Final Fantasy games?
Anything. In video games.
No, Sephiroth is probably one of them, like
Darth
Vader is to film, Sephiroth is to probably like games.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I think Chloe's saying Segunda is what the fuck's that?
What's
is that from
Chloe?
Like Kingdom Hearts or some shit?
No, can't confirm it is not.
Not from Kingdom Hearts. What the fuck's that? What is it?
Go on, Chloe, just tell us.
Know what you're saying?
Yeah, Sephiroth's got to be up there. Sephiroth, Nemesis from Resident Evil is an iconic one as well. But
you know this one, John?
Segunda, no.
Segundi's nuts.
I don't think that's what
did Chloe actually set that up for this? She didn't set that up for this.
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck's sake.
Chloe, I hate you.
There's your clip for Twitter.
Thank you, Chloe. I told her weeks ago. I'm going to say... Sorry, that's why I brought Sephiroth up.
Can we get back on topic?
Yeah, sorry.
That was flat because Jack never actually pulls that off. Obviously, he got assisted by Chloe there. That was quite funny.
But yeah, in all seriousness, Sephiroth in this game is great. And the reunion as well in the original game, it's just a gather basically. But in this, it does appear to be, like he says, the timelines merging. That's what I get. I don't know if you got that from what he said.
Yeah.
How did you find the last boss? Did you find it overstayed its welcome? Did you find you couldn't process Aerith death?
I thought that was probably my favourite fight.
But like the whole thing, or just like
Just before Sephiroth, do you know when you're fighting, then you're falling through? That was just like everyone's like proper up for it because Aerith just died. Everyone's angry. Everyone's like, "I'm killing this thing."
It does get your blood pumping. I agree. Yeah.
All right, mate. Goosebumps.
And the fact that it's called Genova Life Clinger, this one, Edgie, do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, you fucking know. You
I know.
actually do know.
I think like the fact you fight it across is it 3 different timelines?
I counted about 3 or 4, yeah, I think that's right.
Because you have Cloud and Zack, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
And then they get split up, and then it's just Zack, and then you got Cloud and Aerith, and then you've got the other guys down on the platform.
Yeah.
Can I just say that when that fight first starts and your team gets broken up and you can't choose your team, my 2 least characters got put together, and they had fuck all.
Who are they?
Kate Sith.
Yeah, I fucking barely use Kate Sith.
Oh, he's shocking.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, he's all right on his own, but when you've got a choice of the others, I no.
It's when you have to. Oh, you've got to ride the Moogle, and then you get hit, and then he falls off the Moogle. So I can't bother.
Yeah. I mean, when it clicks, it's all right. When you get a rhythm going, it's all right. But like,
it was okay when you were him and had to control him. Fine.
It was like, give me someone else. He's an assist.
I've just got to say, when you're going through those pipes, and he was having to throw the things down onto the switch, and you had to fight those floating scale things.
That was it. Yeah, the
frigging
adjudicators.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, they're dead easy when you've got a full pipe, but when it's just Kate Sith, they are like the hardest spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Buzzing, mate. Sorry, 2 seconds. So we're under the impression that Aerith does die.
I reckon the one we've been playing with Remake and Rebirth is dead.
Yeah, it should be playable next game as like a main party member, or is this like
maybe flashbacks?
Yeah,
maybe back in Zack's timeline.
Flashbacks and alternate timeline and live stream shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If anything to add about the ending, we're doing alright here. I thought I was going to go on, but I'm not going to.
Hurry up with the next one.
Speaking of the next one,
I'll tell you what. So last time when Remake finished, and you were buzzing on like, oh, only like 800,000 years till Rebirth comes out or the next one comes out. Yeah. I was like, yeah, it'll come out when it comes out. But now I've played this one, I really can't wait for the next one.
Yeah. The navigation as well. You sort of figured out why performance wasn't as good as Remake. It's because you can walk from Calm to Nibelheim if you wanted to. Just walk there. Obviously, you need the Bronco to get over the water, but you know what I'm saying? That's probably why the performance was a bit iffy in places. It was fine with me.
I had no problem with it. Sometimes you can. There's parts where you can get proper frame drops if you equip the right materials and stuff like that, and your screen just becomes like a lightning fest. There's only a few, nothing major.
No, I agree. But like the cutscenes were all great, all that. But I do want. Let's do part 3 theories, if that's okay. Can we do that? Well,
allow me to start us off. What do we think it's going to be called? It begin with an R.
RE, I think. So I was certain. I was like, it's going to be called Reunion, surely. But then
Crisis
Reunion come out, and I was like, no, I'm probably not going to double dip on that. And I was like, Requiem because of Aerith and blah blah blah. And there's a couple of items called Reclamations or something. I was like, maybe Reclaim as well. And that's going around. And Bainbridge had one the other day, and I can't remember what he said.
I'm just looking it up now, mate. I'll get back to you.
Thank you. Hey, did you have an idea?
Not really, mate. I mean, obviously, reunion would have made sense, but they've used that.
Perfect sense. This one would have made perfect sense. But I get Rebirth.
Reunite.
Reunite.
Reunite,
That's
yeah.
a good one, I think.
Or reuniting. Maybe reuniting.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. As you sorry, did you say you've got one, or you just? I've got one.
No, reunion would have been mine, but they use it for Crisis Core, which, to be fair, I think they shouldn't have done that.
Should have called it.
They've probably done it on purpose, though, haven't they?
Yeah, probably.
They've probably known the name for Chapter 3 for years.
Revengeance, mate.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. So, if you had to push me, I'd say Requiem, but I don't. Probably too posh a word for us commoners. You know what I'm saying? But maybe Reclaim or Reunite. But we'll see.
Reunite sounds like a Pokemon game.
It actually does. Because of Unite, isn't it? Does anyone have
probably
any other theories?
What about the name?
No, just in general, the next game.
I don't know.
Is a bigger part, I reckon. He has to. I mean, that line he said at the end about
Who does? Sorry.
Zach.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
can we just, while we're all thinking, at the end of the game, well, at Zach's end point of the game, he's sat in a church and you don't really know where he is, and he's like, he does that, and then he's looking around. I don't think he quite knows what. Is he in Rebirth's timeline there, or am I just being hopeful that he's going to be part of the main cast?
I don't think he'll be part of the main cast because it's too similar to Cloud.
Yeah.
He plays too similar as well from what I've seen.
I'd rather have Vincent or Sid.
Probably says Redemption. Why not all three?
Redemption.
Redemption's a shout, to be
Redemption
fair.
And Sephiroth becomes good and joins their party.
I've actually got that written down, by the way. Not Redemption. Where have I put it? So I put here good Sephiroth. I think someone said this, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll see what you guys think."
Sorry, I've just got into some forum, and it says like, "What do you think the third installment of remake should be called?" Someone's put Final Fantasy 7-3 and Knuckles.
So yeah, I've put it. Someone said, and I was like, I thought, that'd be good to ask you guys. Like, a Sephiroth that knows that if Genova wins, he gets fucked over as well, and he tries to help Cloud. What do we like? A Sephiroth that goes, hang on a minute,
nah.
You're not really my mum. You're only genetically.
I think the thing with Sephiroth that is hero time.
He's
he's just.
I reckon he should stay bad.
Too far gone, I think, as well.
He should stay the antagonist.
Yeah, I agree, but maybe just a glimpse of fucking twat you Genova like that. Maybe he's the one that kills Genova, and it says Cloud.
Maybe he's the one. That's just Star Wars, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe he just goes on. I can't remember in the original. In the original, does Sephiroth kill Genova? Because I feel like that would be a good scene.
I don't think so. I think you kill Genova when you go up to the end bit.
Yeah.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. A scene where Sephiroth kills Genova would be pretty cool.
He just goes, nah.
The world is mine.
I'm the sole god here, mother. Fuck you, man.
Maybe they take each other out, or something's happening. And Sephiroth kills them both.
Off to dinner. I mean, that'd be cool.
Good.
Who knows?
Maybe.
But I suppose if like Redemption was the name, that's kind of maybe just how the story's going to end. But I don't think Sephiroth. I think Sephiroth should be Sephiroth. He should stay in his lane. He should be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Love just a glimpse in his eye, like I'm being a cricket. But he wants to be God.
That will happen. Ridiculous. The OG fans would revolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
You know what we're saying about before? I thought someone said Reclaim, and I was thinking that's a good name, because when you think about Cloud's journey at the end, he's not himself, is he? He's still technically a Sephiroth clone. You know,
until he gets his memories back. Yeah, I suppose he is.
Reclaim himself. Sorry, I just want to bring that up.
claiming these nuts, mate.
These-
Edgie, I'll ask you.
Reunion Part 2.
Reunion 2, yeah, fuck it. Edgie, do you think Deep Ground would be in the third one?
That's a tough question. I thought, right, if they were going to do like a DLC for this one and have a Vincent story, I thought Deep Ground could come out in that. And not,
That's the dream, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
yeah, not be Dirge of Cerberus, but like be like the start of it.
Melody of Cerberus, man. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, why not?
Or Rare as a Valve somewhere there, probably. Or into Mission of Cerberus. I don't know.
Who
Yeah.
was the boss in Integrate again? I've got who the boss was. Or the secret boss,
Neo.
anyway.
Is it Neo?
Nero.
Nero, thank you, Edgie. You can fight Vice, but he's hardly fucking bollocks, mate.
I want to see Genesis again. I think Genesis is too
I
edgy.
thought I swore blind Genesis would show up because of the red logo. I looked into it too much. Swore blind's pushing it, but I was like, that'd be cool. I'm gonna go with it. Knights of the Round is going to be a big part of this. Do you know what I mean? It's going to get to a point where he's going to talk about the legendary materia. Yuffie's going to be like, "Oh my god, that's not real. That's a fairy tale. Oh my god, imagine if it is." And then thinking about, it's in this fucking mad cave over there, mate. Let's go and get it. And then that'll be like, oh, Jam's asleep.
I think Jam is dead. Either that or his internet's cut out.
Yeah, put asleep.
Oh, I think his internet went.
Oh, what a noob.
Just froze on him.
It's usually mine that goes.
It is usually yours that goes. But do you reckon, like Gongaga, like Yuffie, like Vincent, do you reckon Knights of the Round is going to be like more prominent here? Or it's going to be...
I don't know about prominence, but what I have liked about Rebirth is they've actually given like backstories on the summons and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. But maybe just something a bit more on that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be a prominent part of the story, but
I think it will. They'll be like, gotta go and get the legendary materia. That'll shut Sephiroth up. That's going to be like a 30-minute cutscene of all these knights just fucking...
The thing with that you got to think, though, is like the journey you went on in the original to actually get Knights of the Round.
That as well. It's going to have to be a big ass.
That was a...
Golden Chocobo was a pain in the ass.
I didn't mind it back in the day.
I've asked the question, but I'm going to ask it again. Is Rocket Town failed rocket up to space? Is that going to be in 3?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be. I mean, they use it to try and destroy Meteor, don't they? I mean, put the huge material on board. Yeah, we'll send the rocket up.
Yeah, I was looking forward to hearing Sid's theme, but
yeah.
Sephiroth summon. I'm really trying to think now. Does Sephiroth summon Meteor in Rebirth?
Ish. He tried to, I think.
No, he hadn't.
I don't think he's going to bother with Meteor, because of that entire crack in the
whole
sky.
point.
I reckon Sephiroth could see that. They'll be
We'll
like,
see.
that crack in the sky. That's a different problem entirely.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. And it's black material, the black material for a second, and the white material as well, actually. Because under the impression that they're powered by memories, I think material, because that's what they say, and I think something happens with OG Aerith, and she forgets everything, and that's why the white material is like this fucking see-through sphere. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Do you remember that? You obviously remember that bit, right?
It's something to do with the Whispers taking all the memories in this.
Yeah, I think that's... I'm on that boat. Are you on that boat?
Yeah.
Edgie, what boat are you on, mate?
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. Well, I think that's... And then that's how they go go across timelines. Get the white material that isn't fucking see-through. Here it is, Cloud. See you later. Bang.
Yeah.
And it's like, at the end, it's like, oh, I've got the black material here.
He's
What
back.
the fuck?
He isn't
Jam's
asleep.
back. Speaking of crossing timelines, let's go, baby. Corey was crying.
Jamelia.
Temple of the Ancients bit.
To be fair, when you said, "Oh, I've died and cut out," I hadn't. I could hear all of you. Everything was working absolutely fine, but obviously then it did die.
No. Well,
Bloody Windows.
No, it definitely was the
I've just been reading in the chat. I completely agree with Chloe, though. I do like the trial bits. But the trial, yeah. Well, the
Eris
pretty
one
much work.
especially.
Yeah,
trial
that
bit
were
got
emotional.
mentioned, mate.
Fuck.
Oh no, that's really good. That is, yeah.
Elmira's just like, oh yeah, I'm just come to see my dead husband. He's meant to be on the train, but no, he's pretty much fucked off. Here we go. I'll adopt a child instead. That's the same thing.
Why not? Why not? And then the fucking turret show up and everyone's a twat to her. You know what I mean? It's hard. But back to Cloud and the Black Materia is here. He's hides it in his sword. Doesn't tell anyone. Is Cloud in 3 going to have sort of Schmeagol sort of arc where he goes a bit mental and he goes a bit mental.
We don't have any friends.
An evil
does
arc.
he push everyone away? Does he get a bit like the Black Materia? Is it going to be like the One Ring until he gets to Sephiroth? Is that's what I'm saying?
I mean, I can
One
kind
Ring
of
is from
see
Lord of
that
the Rings.
happening.
Hey,
What the One Rings from Lord of the Rings, mate?
is that it? I didn't know.
I can see like a kind of obsession coming from the Black Materia, but I mean, Tifa along the way, she's been like that thread of string just keeping Cloud on the tracks, like
keeping Cloud tighten up and one pull of the lace and he's just.
Yeah.
And
then Sephiroth just there at the top of that string. He's just ready to cut it like whenever. And like, I hope it doesn't happen, but I have a feeling that Tifa might bite the bullet and just like
beat the shit out of him.
Well, no, not that. I was thinking more like she's going to be dead. Like I said, I hope it doesn't happen.
No,
but
I don't. No.
You never know.
I'm feeling Cecil in 4, and he starts off as a Dark Knight and he sort of sees the light comes upon, blah 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 blah. Maybe they can't have that sort of arc because he does lose it a bit in this game as he did in the original. Do you know what I mean? He's a bit.
True.
He pushed Tifa off into the live stream scene.
Nearly killed Tifa, nearly killed Aerith himself. It's a theory Bainbridge sent me that perhaps Cloud did it himself, and he can't accept the fact that he did it himself. Just when the video you sent me, Bainbridge.
I do.
Maximilian and I can't remember the dude. Blitz summit.
I'll get to watch the Maximilian stuff now.
4 hours of it, mate. Let's go, baby.
But yeah, like I'm happy with that theory, to be honest. Like Cloud was the one that actually killed Aerith because in one of the shots he has blood all over his hands and everything, and there's no blood on Sephiroth's sword. But then in another timeline there is blood on Sephiroth's sword and whatnot, and there's no blood on Cloud's hand, so yeah. And none of the party members saw how Aerith died.
You want to go about OG fans are going mental, mate. They'll accept that with graciously, do you know?
No. But yeah, I mean, if anything could happen at this point. I'm expecting fucking Sora from Kingdom Hearts to come flying in at some point, to be honest with you. Just, he'll fucking do something.
Disney don't own Final Fantasy, but
thankfully. However, speaking of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, God.
Elena was eating a Kingdom Hearts ice cream. Did you see it?
Sea salt ice cream, mate. We gotta love it.
I know it's just a generic ice cream, but it's the same colour and it's the same shape, and it's like,
Eat it?
Yeah, when she's in the plane.
Yeah.
She's eating an ice cream, and it's the same one from Kingdom Hearts. It's probably just
no. They won't know who the SS Gan are.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know what that is because I've never played it.
You're uncultured.
And
Gilgamesh now.
And there's it is what it is, mate. And also, I'll go back to that. Why and the Tiny Bronco's flying as well, which was a bit weird. I don't think that happens in the original, does it? You just go straight from the Bronco in the water, then to the high wind flying about.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Do you reckon we'll play through any events of Advent Children?
Probably not.
I don't think so either.
You mean it's in the timeline? As in that is a separate timeline.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of turn of Roshan to those like 3 dickheads from Advent Children. They kind of gave him that kind of same character story.
Kind of, yeah. Roshan's better, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
We've spoke to that guy, haven't we?
Yeah,
he was streaming. He does. He streams
on Twitch. He does. what is it?
I swear we've been in his Twitch stream before when he's been doing stuff, and he only had like 10 people in there.
That sounds right.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like he's great and he's a great voice actor. He's wonderful, but he's not like a household name, not like a Troy Baker or an older.
No,
Do you
not
know what I mean? He's quite.
Yeah, he's a good roach.
Yeah, he's good. And yeah, I've got a batshit theory. It's not going to happen, but I would love this. I would love the meltdown. I would fucking boot off. You know, we're on about multiple timelines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jam, you've not done Gilgamesh yet, but Edgie, have you?
Gilgamesh is literally sitting there.
Yeah, I've done the
I'm
Gilgamesh.
about to walk onto him and kill him.
Can I tell you what? Can I say what he says when you beat him?
Yeah, go on, whatever. I'll finish
sure?
the story. It's fine,
Right,
go on.
when you beat him, I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember exactly what it says, but it says something like, "Oh, there's instances of you across all loads of fucking." Basically confirms the timeline shit. Yeah, it's like there's instances of you all over the place. I'll just go and fight someone else, and then Chadley opens him a portal. He looks up. I think he points his sword and he says, "I've written it down. I'm going to fight I'm going to fight the other warriors of light. Make of that what you will." In my head is jump into Final Fantasy 1 and find them lot, which I would love it. I know it's not going to happen. One.
They're not crossing over numbers.
I would love it, mate. Because
unless it jumps into 10 remake.
That's what I'm saying. The weapons do look like Sin a bit. You know what I'm saying?
There's a few things look like Sin in this game, like them big whale things with material look a bit like Sin. But
yeah, weapons look like Sin.
Sid apparently is linked to 7, isn't he?
Yeah, and obviously
in the airship 10-2.
Yeah. You mean Shinra, right? On the wall in remake.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. What was his name? Is it
Shinra?
His name's Shinra.
Yeah, Shin-Ra.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is Albed.
Yeah.
Albed,
that's it, yeah.
And I love it. If the portal's opened and fucking like Oren was there, and it's just like, right, lads, what's going on here then? And then fucking Skull jumps out, and it's not going to happen in a million years.
I think if they did anything like that, they'd have to pick it. It'd be stupid if it was across all of the Final Fantasies.
I think just 10.
It'd be too much. But they'd have to pick and choose which one's linked to which one. So, let's say 7 and 10 and 4 are linked.
It's just a
they're the one universe. Yeah.
But then imagine.
I don't think.
And Tidus jumps out, and Yuna's like, yes, lads. Tidus, what did he jump out? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Kamari's there. Like, right, lads, what's going on here?
It'd be a cool cutscene, but as time goes on, you couldn't make a game of like 800 people in your party.
Yeah. I think the best we can hope for is probably noises.
The video game, mate.
Just noises in the portal that sound like 10.
I just laugh. She just laughing. Oh,
yeah. Ha 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 ha. So fuck off now. But yeah. But there's no. I think I'm going to call it there. I think, unless anyone else has got anything to add on anything.
No.
Yeah, I want to ask a question.
Go on, Edgie. Let's do it, mate.
Yeah. What was your favourite Chocobo?
The Nibelheim one. With the water stream.
Same.
Yeah.
That was. I feel that one I could get around as well as I wanted to. Do you know what I mean? Whereas the other, no, yeah, that one. What about you, mate?
Yeah, Nibelheim, definitely.
It's just the most versatile one, wasn't it?
That's the word I was looking for, John. Thank you.
Get around easier. The worst one was probably Gungaga.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool.
It was held back because you had the mushrooms to jump on. Oh, this one could jump on mushrooms. Like, oh, wow.
If you could just jump, I'd be like, that might be a bit better, but then that would probably be too easy.
Yeah. I was just getting on the chocobo to make a jump and then getting off it most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else, anybody?
When we get 10 remake.
getting
That's about it.
when we're getting anything, mate. Well then, everybody, I'm not eating. I'm fucking starving, so I'm gonna go and eat. Thank you everyone for joining. Everyone in the chat. Chloe for the alley-oop of the D's Nuts joke. Edgie for his Casual Report debut. Bainbridge for coming on even though he's not played the game anyway. Watch on YouTube like a legend. Jam ready to fight Gilgamesh. Ready to get his ass slapped, mate.
I did the Boss It Pro relic, the first 3 quite easily.
Yeah. We'll be back soon. Well, probably it's Finn's birthday next week, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do a show next week, but we'll see. But the streams will start up again more regularly. If you watch on YouTube, don't forget like, subscribe, do all that shit. Also, what the fuck did you reckon? If you made it this far, you probably deserve a medal. As always, I haven't got any, but you deserve one. Yeah, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. If anyone's in the chat, it's been a pleasure. Chloe, pleasure. See you soon. Up the toffees, everyone. Bainbridge.
Yes,
Boom.
mate.